I'm in an empty project again, using Bootstrap, so again, using the CDN here in the index.html file. And here I want to mainly introduce two new features components have. Imagine the following case. Let's create a new component in this folder, in this project. So I'll create a new components folder first of all, and then the component I want to create will be called quote. And that is just an example, pick any name you want. Now in this quote component, I want to use it inside of this column here. So all I want to have here is, of course, such a typical single template file here. So with my template and my script and some styles, because I'll use some styles. And in the template, I want to have a wrapping div. And inside of the div, I want to have a quote. So let's have a wonderful quote here. And maybe wrap that in a paragraph. That's even better. So this is a basic setup. Now I want to give this some styling. So I want to scope the styles to this template here so that it only applies here. And then this div shall get a border of 1 pixel solid and then some light gray border, this one here. And I want to give it some box shadow, where I basically give it a box shadow of 1 pixel, let's say 2 pixels and black. Let's see how that looks. And a padding of 30 pixels. Now finally, I also want to set the margin to auto to center this. Now with this styling scoped to this quote here, I can now of course use it. So I'll again register it locally here. I could register it globally, but I don't want to. I'll name it app quote and add my quote here. Now for that to work, of course, I need to import quote first. So import quote from components and then the quote.view file. And with this, I can here use app quote like that. Now if I save this, this is how it looks like, almost how I wanted to have. Let's also add a top and bottom margin of 30 pixels to that and only have the left and right set to auto to center it. And I want to set the text alignment to center. I forgot that. So with that, I got a wonderful quote here. Well, not super wonderful, but it's okay. Now, the thing is, I want to dynamically set this content from outside, so from the parent component. I could do this with props. I could pass props to that quote and therefore pass the text this quote would have. So let's simulate this with props first.